You're listening to a New York Yankees episode of the Jacob Valk Show. He's breaking down the team's latest goings-on as only he can. Follow him on Twitter at RealJacobValk. Here he is, Jacob Valk.
Hello, Yankees fans! Welcome to another New York Yankees episode of the Jacob Valk Show. I am the Jacob Valk, and you're not. The Yankees are snake bit. That's the only thing I can say. This is a team that's snake bitten. It's August 9th. The Yankees have a decent amount of ground to make up if they want to make the playoffs. You take a look at everyone that they're missing, and I'm not going to count the older injuries, just the newer injuries. It's an all-star team. No Chapman, no Cole, no Herman, no Montgomery, no Sanchez, no Rizzo, no Torres, no Urshela. Tyler Wade is going to start meaningful games. Kyle Higashioka is starting meaningful games. This pitching staff is being patched together with bubblegum and baling wire. I mean, I should be happy. The Yankees took 2 out of 3 against the Orioles. They took 3 out of 4 against the Mariners. I said they should sweep the Orioles. I'll settle for 2 out of 3. I'm not going to go too crazy about that, especially considering they destroyed the Orioles on Tuesday and Wednesday. And look, they took 3 out of 4 against the Mariners. Really exciting games. I'll take it. No complaints there. The thing is, though, I'm not happy. Every freaking day, someone else goes down. If the Yankees are actually going to come back and sneak into the playoffs, they need all hands on deck. And what concerns me more is this. The expectation has always been that if the Yankees miss the playoffs, Boone is gone. We haven't heard that from Cashman, we haven't heard that from Steinbrenner, but that's been the prevailing sentiment around Yankees universe. I think a lot of people want Cashman gone also, but I think with trading for Gallo and Rizzo, he covered himself pretty well. I'm not saying I agree with the notion that he should stay. I just don't think they'd pull the trigger on firing him. If the Yankees miss the playoffs, or do nothing if they get there, I want Cashman gone. Boone, like I said, the sentiment has always been, miss the playoffs, and you're gone. And I don't think anything less than a World Series appearance saves him. Or at the very least, should save him. With these injuries, it opens up the possibility that Boone could stay. Hey, Brian, you've got to realize something. I was without my A-plus guys for a decent chunk of the stretch run. And we just couldn't make up that ground. If everyone stayed healthy, we'd be in the playoffs. That's the argument that he's going to throw out. Would that be enough to save him? I don't know. He's not wrong. If the Yankees tail off without these guys, and I'm not saying they will, but if they do, Boone is going to point to specific losses and say if we had won this game, that game, and the other game, we'd be in the playoffs. It's hard to dispute that. I understand that injuries are a part of sports, and the Yankees have done an excellent job in pushing through these injuries. Realize they haven't had Kluber for a long time. They haven't had Severino all year. They haven't had Hicks for a long time. They haven't had Andujar for a long time. They haven't had Frazier for a long time. They haven't had Voit for a long time. They had Judge out with the coronavirus for a little bit. But eventually, that well can run dry. Next man up only works so much. 2019, I don't want to say the Yankees got lucky, but all those injuries, that would have sunk a lot of teams. They ended up in the ALCS. Hey, that was a successful season. But last year left a bad taste in everyone's mouths. This year didn't look that good for a sizable percentage of it. Can Boone survive this? I hope he doesn't, but unfortunately, I think that possibility exists. You look at the week ahead, they're in Kansas City for 3 games. Then they travel to Dyersville, Iowa for the Field of Dreams game. And then they face the White Sox 2 more times after that. Realistically, they should take 5 out of 6. The Royals stink, and the Yankees handled the White Sox pretty easily earlier in the season. In fact, they swept the White Sox. Would I settle for 4 out of 6? Yeah, I guess. I mean, the White Sox are a really good team, and they'll be in Chicago over the weekend, so that's different than playing at the stadium. Anything less, though, forget about it. I'm gonna scream bloody murder. I do have a funny story to tell you, though, before I let you go. My father and I went to the Yankees game on Friday. It was Garrett Cole, Top Gun, bobblehead night. We got to the stadium early. We got bobbleheads. That's not the funny part. We ended up sitting in front of this couple, a boyfriend and girlfriend. These 2 people didn't know a baseball from a hockey puck. Now that's okay. Alright, if you live near the stadium and you have nothing going on a Friday night, you can get tickets for a reasonable price, sure, go to the stadium. Even though you may not understand everything, fine, go. You're adults. Spend your money however you want. I mean, the boyfriend was celebrating a new job. So, congrats to him. No better way of celebrating, in my opinion, than at Yankee Stadium. But the girl asked a question that I almost lost my mind over. Okay, and please tell me if I'm wrong. Tweet at me at RealJacobValk. Leave a comment on YouTube. I don't care. Let me know if I'm wrong on this for nearly losing my mind. She asked me, and she was being honest, Okay? She was asking an honest question. Is Aaron Judge overrated? Firstly, the answer is no. Okay, Aaron Judge is one of the best players in baseball. Secondly, if you ask that to someone with a Yankee hat, a Yankee necklace, a Yankees shirt, and Yankees sneakers in Yankee Stadium, may God have mercy on your soul. I mean, in all fairness to me, I composed myself after nearly losing my mind. I said no, these are his accomplishments. I laid him out. No, Judge isn't overrated. But, come on. Okay, I don't care if you're not a baseball fan or not. You've gotta know to not ask a Yankees fan at Yankee Stadium if the best player on the team is overrated. You ask that in the bleachers, someone's throwing beer on ya. If you want to know more about Judge, that's okay. Like, just ask me, point blank. Hey, there's this player I've heard a lot about. I don't know too much about him. It's Judge. What can you tell me about him? I'll be more than happy to talk to you about Judge. I love Judge. No one loves Judge more than me. I have a signed foul ball of his in my room. It's my most prized possession. I named it Wally. Why? Because it rhymes with Bally. Even if you wanted to go a little simpler, how good is Judge? There. Done. But asking if he's overrated, I mean, come on. That has an extremely negative connotation to it. I get that it was an honest question. Alright, people say there's no such thing as stupid questions. I disagree with that. But I understand that she didn't mean anything bad by it. Okay? Totally get that. Totally respect that. They seemed like really nice people. But ask the question a better way. I'm not saying that for me. I'm saying that for you. If you would ask that to someone else, they may have done something. If you ask that to someone who had a little too much to drink, I don't know what would have happened. I mean, look, I went to a Colorado Rapids game when I was in Denver a month ago. And I asked the guy sitting next to me questions that he probably thought were infantile. He answered them. Give him full credit. But I never said, is this player on the Rapids overrated? Who's the best player on the Rapids? Person X. Is he overrated? Like, I'm serious. Tell me if I was in the wrong. Tweet at me, at RealJacobValk. Leave a comment on YouTube. I seriously want to know. New York Yankees show comes your way next week. Regular episodes of the Jacob Valk Show come your way every weekday afternoon. On Thursday, you're going to get an interview that I'm going to do with Kent Babb, the author of Across the River, Life, Death, and Football in an American City. Until next time, I am Jacob Valk, and always remember, if you disagree with me, you're wrong.